Hi everybody, so we are back to shape. So I have two baskets, and I've got my scraper, and I've got some flour here to put on the loaves. These are bread baskets. They are the same ones I've been using for about 10 years. They're very handy. You can use kind of any shaped basket. I actually got some baskets at Michael's about 15 years ago before I found these that worked great for a long time. You can find them at kitchen supply stores. You can also, if you don't have a basket, I've done it in a bowl before. If you can find a bowl that's about the same dimensions, you could just proof it in that and put it overnight. If you like, you can drape a dish towel into the bowl, put the loaf in that, and then you can turn it out tomorrow into your Dutch oven and bake that way. So I have a couple baskets. I'm gonna coat them with flour because I've got kind of a nice wet dough here and I don't want it to stick. So there we go. You can see there's some flour in there. Not too much, just enough to keep it from sticking tomorrow morning. And now I'm gonna kind of generously flour these loaves. So I'm not going to put any flour on the bench. I'm just going to use the flour that's on the loaves. So I'm going to use my bench scraper to gently lift up the loaf and turn it flour side down onto my workspace. Now for the shaping. All the first three moves here, bottom up and the two sides in, you're grabbing the whole body of the loaf. So kind of give it a stretch. Just stretch it as much or as little as each loaf needs. Some doughs, if they're wetter, are going to be stretchier than this, and you want to give that a good stretch then. Some of them are drier, you just kind of be able to fold it. You always want to tug it a little bit because you're building gluten bonds as you're stretching it. So those three moves for the whole body of the dough, everything from here on out, I'm just going to form tension on the skin. So I grab a pretty thin piece of dough there from the top, and I'll do the ears, and kind of button it up through the middle. And you're looking for this nice kind of rectangular shape here. And now if it needs a little more tension, you can go back and do that top, the ears, and the button one more time. Sometimes it might, sometimes it might not. But you really just want to find is kind of this nice even tension throughout. Now you're going to take the top, kind of tuck it into the belly button there and roll it over. And when you place your loaf, you want to make sure there's no flour where you put it, because when you put it into the basket, you're going to want the inside to kind of stick as we fold it again. You'll see what I mean. But for now, make sure you're putting it on a clear space there. All right, so I'm gonna do that one more time. Turn it over. Bottoms up. Sides out. Kind of fold those over there. I'm gonna go thin on the top. The bottom's too floury, it doesn't want to stick. Get the ears in there. Gently through the middle. This one just gets like a tiny bit more tension. There we go. And if you want, when you place it, you kind of give it this little tuck there to build a little more tension over the top. Now you want to let it rest for just another minute so that the gluten that you formed by stretching it just now kind of relaxes a tiny bit, and then we'll fold it and put it in the basket. So hold that thought, be right back.